Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Billy, I'm also known as the Beeping Goat, and here's a video about Smash Bros. As you can see behind me, I am a collector of Smash Bros amiibos, so one can assume that I enjoy playing Smash Bros, which I do. And I always get super excited whenever there's a new character announced, even if it's from a game that I've never played before. Terry, never heard of the game, never heard of the character. Super excited to play as him. Banjo and Kazooie, I've heard of them, never played the game, but cool. But there are always a lot of characters that I personally would love to see in Smash Bros. And that's what this video today is about. My top 10 characters that I would love to see in Super Smash Bros. Okay, number 10 is only number 10 because I know it's a very, very slim to none chance of him actually getting into the game as a playable character. He's kind of become a meme at this point, but a lot of people really want him in the game. A little too much to the point where they've sent Sakurai threats, which is not cool. I mean, I want him in the game, but not that much. You can probably tell it's the purple boy himself, Waluigi. I feel like Waluigi should be the perfect pick to be a Smash Bros competitor. I mean, he's the party game mascot, essentially. He's in almost everything. He's in sports games, he's in Mario Party games, Mario Kart. So why isn't he in Smash Bros aside from being an assist trophy? I don't know. I'm upset that he's not in the game, but not to the point where I'm gonna harass a game developer for him not being playable. Number 9 is another denizen of the Mushroom Kingdom, Captain Toad. Now, Toads are pretty plentiful. There's a lot of them that can be found throughout a lot of Mario games, but Captain Toad is pretty unique. I mean, he's pretty slow and he can't jump, but I mean, there's not a whole lot of characters in Smash Bros that have bad jumps. I mean, I can really only think of Little Mac. So I think he'd be a fun character to introduce. Although I've only actually played Captain Toad once at a friend's house, and it was pretty fun. I still want to get the game myself. Number 8 is going to be my first character from a third-party game on this list. When I first got my PlayStation 4, I immediately started looking for games that are exclusive to the system because I've primarily grown up with like Xbox and Nintendo consoles, so I haven't really had a chance to play some of the later PS3, PS4 exclusive games. And one of the games that caught my eye was Uncharted. I played through all 4 of the Uncharted games in about a week, and I loved every second of it. Well, okay, not every second. There were a few parts of the games that were really kicking my butt, and I was getting really annoyed with, and really just wanted to beat, but I eventually beat it. I feel like Nathan Drake would be a really fun inclusion to the game, especially if you include some of his mechanics from Uncharted 4, like his grappling hook. Plus, I think he'd probably say a lot of really funny things during the match that just would be perfect. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I like Nathan Drake. I like Uncharted. So when Smash Ultimate first came out and Piranha Plant was announced as the first DLC fighter, there were 2 different kinds of people, summed up by this meme. Me personally, I was the SpongeBob. A lot of people were kind of confused as to why we got a generic Mario enemy as a playable character, but it kind of works. Piranha Plant's a super fun character to play as. And if I had to pick another generic Mario enemy to join the roster of Smash Bros, it'd have to be Dry Bones. Not only is Dry Bones my favorite character to race as in various Mario Kart games, I just think he has a really cool design. I think maybe you can kind of mess around with the fact that he can fall apart and stuff. Maybe he can throw his own bones at some enemies or whatever and have them come back to him. I don't know, I'm not a game developer. Nintendo can probably think of something fun to do with it. Again, not much else to say. I should have written a script before doing this. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. So number 6 is not a character that I've grown up with primarily. I mean, I love playing one of the games that was in those like video game cabinets I'd have in McDonald's play places every now and again. Man, I miss when they did that. I miss being a kid, dang it. But yeah, McDonald's was pretty much the only place that I'd go to actually play a game with his character in it for the longest time. Until they remastered his first 3 games, put it in a bundle on the Xbox One, then I picked it up and I still have not beat it because I'm stuck on a stupid level! It's Crash Bandicoot. Crash is a fan favorite. I'm fully aware of this, and that's mainly why I'm putting him on this list, because a lot of my friends love Crash and would love to see him in the game. And sure, I would love to see him in the game too. I think he'd be a really good pick, but there are still quite a few more characters that I would love to see over him. But Crash, I feel like, just has like the perfect qualities that are required to be a Smash Bros character. He's an iconic gaming mascot. I mean, he kind of had that rivalry with Nintendo when he was first coming out, but then again, so did Sonic, and look, we have him somewhere. Where is he? Right here. Sonic is right here. He's in Smash Bros. He made it. So can Crash. Alright, now we're starting to get into the characters that I really want to see in the game. So if you don't know this about me, I quite enjoy shooter games. Growing up, I played a ton of Call of Duty and Halo, but I wasn't introduced into the hero shooter genre until much later. Yeah, I dabbled with Team Fortress 2 a little bit, playing the orange box, but by the time I got that, the servers weren't very full, so I never really got an experience with full games, and so I never really grew too fond of Team Fortress 2. Overwatch, on the other hand, I played a ton of. I still love playing it, I just don't play it as much because I don't have anyone to play with. But man, when I first got Overwatch, I sunk so much time into that game. And it's become super popular to a point where it would not surprise me if we got an Overwatch representative in Smash Bros. I think there might have been a tweet from someone saying that there wouldn't be a Overwatch character in Smash Bros, but This is my video, and I'm going to say what I want to say. So most people would think, hey, put the mascot of Overwatch in the game. Put Tracer in the game. And to that I say, fire in the hole. Yes, I am a filthy Junkrat main. Yes, I know not everybody loves to hear that someone's a Junkrat main. I actually matched with someone on a dating app, and we started talking about Overwatch, and when she asked me who I mained and I said Junkrat, she immediately unmatched with me.
That's harsh.
Yes, that happened. my sister's hanging out while I'm filming, and when I said that, she like put her hand over her mouth because she didn't know that happened before. Yeah, that actually happened. I just think Junkrat's wide array of explosives would work really well for Smash Bros. I mean, he can plant landmines like Snake, he can use the Riptire. I'm actually thinking maybe his Riptire would work as a side B rather than his ult. Of course, his up B would be him like putting a landmine beneath him and like blasting upward, because, of course. And he can also plant a bear trap, so there's that. But for his ult, I can see him like teaming up with Roadhog and like drive an explosive payload into the enemy. I don't know, I think that would work. Number 4 is a character from a game that is already represented in Smash Bros. And to be honest, I can really only see this character being an echo fighter of the existing character. But I don't care, I love the game and I think the character concept is cool, and I would love to see an Octoling in Smash Bros. I've heard a lot of people say that they would only like to see an Octoling as an alternate outfit for Inkling, which I think is dumb. I mean, I don't really like the idea of different characters being under alternate outfits. Like, I feel like Alf should be a full-on Echo Fighter rather than just an alternate outfit for Olimar. I do understand the Koopalings, though. I mean, I wouldn't want to have to buy a bunch more amiibos, because I've spent enough money as it is. But an Octoling would be really cool. I mean, Splatoon has so many different weapons that even the Inkling doesn't use yet, so maybe you could just give some of those weapons to the Octoling. This is kind of embarrassing. I'm hyping up Octoling as a character I want to see in Smash Bros., but I still haven't actually played the Octoling expansion pack. I do still need to play the Octoling expansion. I really want to, I just haven't committed to it yet. There's so many games I need to play through already as it is. Now before I get into the top 3, I actually want to give my honorable mentions. These are characters that I really don't see ever getting into Smash Bros. At all, period, because I don't think anybody really wants them. I mean, maybe 2 of them people do want, but I just don't really see them being, like, good characters in Smash Bros. The first one is more of a serious pick, the other 2 are really just funny. The first one is Joel. Now remember how I said when I first got my PS4 I wanted to get a couple Sony exclusives, and that's how I played Uncharted? Well, the first game I got was actually the other popular Sony exclusive from Naughty Dog. I remember I picked up my PlayStation 4 as I was driving to a different state to hang out with a friend, and I also picked up The Last of Us just because that's what the GameStop employee recommended. And so when I got to my friend's house, I asked him, hey, do you mind if I just set up my PlayStation 4 and try it out real quick? He said sure, so I set it up and started playing a little bit of The Last of Us. So I was intending to only play for the first like 30 minutes or so, and then me and my friend could play Smash Bros or whatever, but I wound up playing through the entire game. And not because I wanted to blitz through the game and complete it as fast as possible. His siblings actually joined in and watched me play it. And after the first hour, I set down the controller thinking that they wanted to play something else, and they were just like, oh, you can keep playing, this is entertaining. So I basically did like a private Let's Play for my friend and his 3 siblings, which was kind of fun. And it immediately became one of my all-time favorite video games. And I don't want to start a huge debate, but I was really excited for The Last of Us Part 2. I got it as soon as it came out, and I blitzed through that so I wouldn't get spoiled, and man, I love that game too. My second honorable mention is one of the funny ones. Left 4 Dead 2 is one of my favorite games. That was my first like zombie game I really played, and so I just think having Ellis as a playable character would just be funny. I can't really think of any moves he would have other than his final smash, maybe be throwing like a pipe bomb or a boomer bile on someone, and then all the special infected like teaming up on them. Again, I just think Ellis is a funny character, and I think he'd be really funny to be in Smash Bros, but I don't see him ever being in Smash Bros, so that's why he's only an honorable mention. And the last one of my honorable mentions is again just a gag. So one time me and my friends were hanging out and talking about what characters we'd want to see in Smash Bros. And this is about how the conversation went. I kind of want to see Bruno in Smash Bros. Bruno from what game? Pokemon. You mean you want Bruno in Smash Bros, like a character like Pokemon Trainer, like you'd have an Onix and a Machamp and No. I want Bruno in the game. Like, he's just there fighting by himself. No Pokemon. Again, this is just dumb. It's a funny gag desire. I don't see him actually being in the game in any capacity. I just think it's funny. Alright, now with those out of the way, let's go on to my top 3. So as you may know, Pokemon is my all-time favorite video game franchise. If you know me from my Marvel content on TikTok, you know how much of a Marvel fan I am, specifically of the MCU. Pokemon pretty much rivals that. And the first ever main series Pokemon game that I owned was Pokemon Pearl. And the first starter I ever picked was Chimchar. From that moment, Chimchar has become one of my all-time favorite Pokemon, and Infernape I think would be a really fun fighter. Yes, I know we do have a plethora of starters in the game already, and we already have 2 fire starters, but we don't have any fighting type starters. So there, that could be new. Just ignore that Lucario is in the game and he's already a fighting type, but he's not a starter, so I'm technically not wrong. Of all the Pokemon to choose from to join Smash Bros, I really think Infernape would maybe be the best choice. I mean, that's already just a subjective opinion. I mean, you can make a case for almost any Pokemon. Like Sceptile, Darkrai, Decidueye, Dracovish. Actually, Dracovish would be pretty fun. Add that to my honorable mention number 4. I mean, hey, Infernape is kind of a realistic pick because Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are coming out later this year, and Legends Arceus is coming out early next year. Plus, I mean, it's kind of a coincidence, but all the starters we have are Pokemon that were owned by Ash at some point. I mean, he doesn't have Ivysaur, but he has a Bulbasaur, so that's close. So remember how earlier I said I grew up playing a lot of shooters? Well, for the longest time I really only played the multiplayers for shooters. For some reason I just couldn't get into the main story campaigns. That was until I finally sat down and decided to play the Halo campaigns. And oh my gosh, they're so much fun. I know it's controversial, I still like Halo 4 and 5, but I do agree that like 2 and 3 are the best ones in terms of story with the campaign. So yeah, my number 2 pick is Master Chief from Halo. A lot of times on the internet I see Master Chief kind of being in the same vein as someone like Doom Guy in terms of those kinds of characters that people want to see in Smash. And while I think my brother might prefer to see Doom Guy, I would prefer to see Master Chief. I feel like he could kind of work similarly to Solid Snake in the sense of like, you know, he's a character from an M-rated game that uses a lot of guns, but he could also use stuff like the Gravity Hammer and the Energy Sword. Maybe for his final Smash he can jump in a Warthog and splatter someone. That'd be fun. Alright, here we are. We've reached the number 1 spot. This is the character that I've wanted to see in Smash Bros. For the longest time. Pretty much ever since Brawl came out and we got characters who weren't from Nintendo. So when they were announcing new characters for Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, and when they were doing DLC characters for Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, and when they were announcing new characters for Smash Ultimate, and through all of the DLC packs for Smash Ultimate, I have been wanting one character above all else. Spyro the Dragon. Fun fact about me, Spyro Year of the Dragon was my first ever console game. Well, technically it was one of 2. I got a PlayStation 1 for Christmas when I was a kid, and it came with Spyro Year of the Dragon and Nicktoons Racing. Also, when I got that, my parents had no idea what a memory card was, so I didn't know what a memory card was, so I never was able to save any of my progress. So basically, as a kid, whenever I boot up Spyro, I just play through the first world over and 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 over. But as a kid, I didn't mind. I didn't even know any better. I just loved it. And then as I grew older and got more Spyro games and got a memory card and was able to beat Spyro games, I fell even more in love with the character. I haven't played all the games, and I've heard some of them are pretty bad, but I played A New Beginning, and I actually quite like that one. But if I had to pick a specific iteration of Spyro to be represented in Smash Bros., I would have to go with the modified OG Spyro. That is to say, the model from the Reignited trilogy. I think Spyro would be a really good character for Smash Bros. With all of his unique abilities and attacks. I mean, you can even pull from later games where he's got elemental breaths and whatnot. Of course, he's got his charging move that he uses in his original games. This is another point where I really wish I would have just sat down to write a script because I am running out of things to say. Honestly, I think that might be all I got for Spyro. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot to go on, but trust me, he's the character I want the most. Anyway guys, those are my top 10 characters that I would love to see get in as DLC fighters for Smash Bros. Who do you guys want to see in Smash Bros? Let me know in the... I almost said towel section down below. That's a Super Carlin Brothers thing. What characters would you guys like to see in Smash Bros? Let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget, Nintendo's E3 presentation is tomorrow, which means we're probably going to learn who the next DLC fighter is, if not the last 2 at the same time. I'm hopeful that any of these characters in this video have made the cut, but do you think any of them might? And if you're watching this video after the E3 presentation, did any of my characters get in? Was it Bruno? Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more, you can go ahead and like and subscribe. You can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. It's going to be linked down below. Have a good day.